why you've seen me on YouTube. So am I. So, like, strange turn of events since the last time I posted a video. Most of you guys are probably here from TikTok now, so hey. I think I was like 13 when I first started my YouTube channel. I'll put in a little clip here to embarrass myself for you.
Hi everyone, it's Hannah, and this isn't going to be my usual background, but I just haven't figured one out yet. But I really wanted to get a video out this week because I haven't uploaded for like a week or something.
But it's something that I've always loved. I literally always loved doing it, and I turned 18 and then just insecurities hit and I was just like, no, we ain't doing this no more. So I was really keen to just like get back on YouTube and like just start chatting more, you know? I feel like the one thing about TikTok is that it lacks personality that YouTube has, you know? Like, I'm excited for you to get to know me more. I want this to be a long video, honestly. I'm just gonna sit here and chat for like half an hour. So get a cup of tea, let's get to know each other. But welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I haven't said that in so many years. That is so nostalgic. This is so nostalgic. I've got some questions. You guessed it, probably from the title. We're doing a Q&A. I feel like we should start with this one. Where'd I go? So basically why I haven't posted on YouTube in literally years. On YouTube, I'm just going to be honest. I think the last video I would have uploaded would have been when I was still in Huddersfield University. So that would have been like 2019, I think. And it's actually quite sad, to be honest. I can't lie. My mental health really badly deteriorated. I had to end up dropping out of uni. It felt really silly for me to like sit in front of a camera and be like, hey guys, when I was really not in that headspace at all. I thought I'm going to take some time away. I switched universities. I went to Sheffield Hallam and I just redid my life. It was just like a fresh start for me, and I kind of fell back into content creating just through TikTok. And I found myself only a couple of days ago watching one of my old YouTube videos. I think I was 16 and it was a what's in my bag video, and I was watching it and I was just so comfortable in front of the camera and it just felt so natural for me. And I thought, I missed that. Like, I missed that confidence that I had, and I miss that connection that I had with the camera. You know, I really loved making videos. I loved sitting down and just talking to a camera and telling you what my favourite makeup products were that month. Like, I really enjoyed it. So I just thought, I'm already doing TikTok, I do Instagram, I do Snapchat, I do the apps. So YouTube, it was inevitable. Okay, so I feel like we might as well just touch on this question because I feel like it's just gonna get asked a lot. It is like the most talked about thing on my page. What are my parents? What's my ethnicity? Everyone just loves the ethnicity question. It's really simple. I have answered this before, but my dad is Irish. I like to go off my grandparents because my grandparents made my parents and my parents made me. That's as far as I know. I don't even know the names of my great-grandparents. I don't know where they're from. I know nothing about them. Like, there is a lot about my family that I actually don't know. My dad is fully Irish, so both of his parents were Irish. On my mum's side, her dad was from St. Kitts in the Caribbean. He was a black man. That's why I have the curls. And my nana on my mum's side, who is the only one that's still with us, she is a mix of things apparently, but a mix of white things. So like French and English and Scottish, and I think there was something else that I've been told one time, but I'm not too sure. But if you've seen my TikTok, I actually filmed a My Heritage. I'm so excited, I can't even explain. And it's something I've always wanted to know. Like I said, I don't know anything about my great-grandparents and my family's history. There was a lot of traveling going on to different countries. Like, there's a whole history that I actually don't know about. So I'm very excited to see if there's any surprises in my ethnicity, things that I wasn't expecting, and then trying to figure out like where that came from. Like, it just opens a door to knowing more about my family history, so I'm very excited to find out. This was a really interesting question actually. Someone asked what my MBTI personality is. So if you don't know what that is, it's a website, I think it's called 16 Personalities, and everyone falls into at least one. Did this in high school actually. I can't remember what I was in high school, but it actually has since changed my personality type, which I completely understand because I am a completely different person than I was in high school. Like, now I'm a consul, and my letters are ESFJT. If you go on the website and just search console personality type, then you can read all about me, how my brain works, how I think, and everything about me. I find it very accurate, the personality test, so thank you for asking. I do think that's such an interesting question. Have I ever met anyone famous? Do I look like a dickhead if I start name dropping? Probably. I always get that, like when I'm watching like a YouTuber's Q&A or something and they get the juicy questions and they just like to say it or shot it, and they shot it and I'm like, we want to know the tea, babe, we want to know. I'll tell you the tea. Actual celebrities, if we're going like off influencers and moving to celebrities, I actually worked for Becky Hill for a bit. Long story short, we met on holiday and I basically slagged off her social media team. I was like, I'm not being funny, Becky, like I was steaming, right? I was so drunk. I was like, Becky, oh my god, I love your music, like I love your songs, but I had no idea what you look like because I'd just seen her at Park Life like just a couple months before, and I said to her, I was like, yeah, you need a better social media team because I had no idea what you look like where are you on social media? And she was like I think she was trying to think, should I be offended? And then she was like, no, you have a point actually. And she was like, what do you do? And I was like, well, that's social media, that's my job. And she was like, do you want to work for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. I went to a couple of her shows and did like behind the scenes content and everything. She is so incredibly sweet. We love Becky, we really do. But then Shorty won a Brit Award and just blew up, like amazing, absolutely amazing. So she didn't need Little Old Me anymore, but it was such an incredible experience. I know it sounds really, really bad, but I can't actually remember their names, but I did meet a few Love Island girls at an event that I went to, and they were all really, really pleasant. There was one person though, I'm gonna give you the tea, you asked for the tea, so here's the tea. I won't say their name because I don't want to get in like loads of trouble, but there was someone from Geordie Shore, right? And they weren't the friendliest, let's just say. They said something quite mean about one of the girls that I was there with. But yeah, I've actually not met like loads of celebrities. I've met a few influencers, and honestly, the majority that I've met have all been very, very nice. It's an industry like where a lot of people expect an influencer to be a bitch. That's something that I've had to deal with a lot, is like the presumptions from people, especially being at uni and like you meet so many people your age, and as soon as they find your Instagram or as soon as they find your TikTok, they just make up their mind about you and think, she's a bitch. She's an entitled, stuck-up bitch. And it's not the case. Honestly, I've met so many influencers, and every single one that I've met has genuinely been so nice. And that is a full misconception. I'm sure there are some people out there that are very problematic, but I haven't personally met any. Someone asked what I am most excited about for my new apartment. I still have to pinch myself when I say that. Having my own place, I can't explain to you how much that means to me. In this job that I have, like influencing, I work from home. This is my office, it's my bedroom. Kind of lonely, you know, you don't have co-workers and your bedroom is your office, so your life is just kind of the same all the time. You wake up and you work in your room and you sleep in your room and you chill in your room, and it's just all in that space. Being in my family home that I share with like my sister, my parents and 2 dogs, it's very hard to get them to be quiet while I film, especially the neighbours as well. I can always hear them through the wall. It will be so nice. Like, I'm gonna have an office in my new apartment, which is insane, and separate my work and my personal life. Like, I shut the door to the office and I'm working, and I leave that office and I'm at home. For those of you that don't know, I am in a relationship. We're nearly at 3 years now, which is so exciting. But we are moving in together, and I'm so incredibly excited. This has always been something that I've like dreamed about and, you know, look forward to. Right now, I'm most excited about decorating. I was a Sims girly for years and absolutely love like interior design. Like, go to B&M's and pick out a load of candles, or like go to Primark and get some new towels, and honestly all of that I'm so excited for. Today I got a delivery of our bowls and plates, and I was so happy. It genuinely made my day. Obviously you guys are gonna get like so much home content. That's why I wanted to start my YouTube now before I move out, so you can move in with me, so we can do this together. And I'm so how many times can I say I'm excited? Right, so I did want to get like the more general stuff out of the way and then focus on the hair stuff, because obviously there's a lot of hair questions. Do you feel more confident with your natural hair than you did a few years ago? Answer is 100% yes. I don't think this question really needs answering, but I will do anyway. The journey that I've been on as a person to be comfortable with my hair, like, even if we're talking about YouTube, like all of my old YouTube videos, I've got straight hair because I wouldn't have been able to sit in front of a camera with curls and feel confident or feel beautiful or feel any kind of good about myself with this, which to me now looking back is so insane. When you're a teenager, you seek external validation rather than internal validation. So I think as you become an adult and as you like enter your like mid-20s and that, you notice more about yourself, you start to learn more about yourself and what you like and what you dislike, and you have more control over your life, so you can make more decisions for yourself. And I think that makes you internalize things a bit more and actually look at things for how they are and think, my opinion is really the only opinion that matters when it comes to my life and my decisions. But when you're a teenager, your life is sort of set for you, so you kind of seek external validation from like boys in your class or like the popular girls in school. Like your main thing is to be liked and to fit in and to be a part of this community that you're growing up in. Up until age 8, I was in like a very mixed school. Like my friendship group was mixed, like a load of different ethnicities, like everyone was different. And I never once felt any type of way about my curly hair. It was nothing, it wasn't even anything that I was remotely concerned about. Everyone just loved everyone for each other, and I loved that school. It was a really good school. The rest of my school years though, horrendous. Schools that I ended up in were very white predominantly. I think that's when it started. So I went to that school and it was a big culture shock. I was like, everyone's white and I don't look like all of these girls. They all had the straight hair, so as a teenager you want to fit in, you want to feel like everybody else. Problematic in itself, when I'd go and get my hair cut, they insisted that it had to be straight for them to cut it. The next day when I'd go into school after a haircut, my hair would be straight, and that would be the only time that anyone would ever compliment me and say, oh my god, your hair looks so nice, or can I feel your hair, it looks so smooth and so soft. At the time that feels like a compliment, and that feels like, oh well, I'm only pretty if my hair's straight. Whereas as an adult, looking back with retrospect, it's like, that's actually so backhanded. It's such a backhanded comment. Oh, your hair looks so smooth and soft when it's straight. Okay, so what does it look like when it's curly then? Everyone does look different, and it's okay to be different. It's okay to have afro textured hair with whiter skin. Like, these people exist, you know, the world isn't black and white. There's a mix of absolutely everything, so you're gonna get people that look like a mix of everything. You know, no one's gonna look a certain way. So one of the main questions that I've been getting is obviously, what's your favourite hair products? Like, what products do you use on the daily? I always feel kind of bad when I'm answering this one because it makes me feel so uncomfortable to say this, but like, as an influencer, I get sent a lot of hair products, so I never go out and buy my own shampoo or buy my own curl creams, so I only use products that are sent to me. There'd be no point to waste them. Like, I try to give a lot of them away, but if I'm sent a product that I have to use for a video, then I have to use it, and then I don't want to give away like a used product. So I end up with a surplus of products that I have to just work my way through. That also means that pretty much every single day I just pick and choose which products I want to use. I just like pick a combination of things. The best way that I can like give advice to people on products in that sense would be brands. I'd say my favourite curly hair brands are Aveda. I love Aveda. Trepadora is probably maybe my number one. I'm really obsessed with it. I just love the smell of every single product, and just it makes my hair feel amazing. Umberto Gianni as well, very, very good, very affordable. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head, but I do have a plan actually. I have an entire box in the room next door to me, like full to the brim of hair products. My plan is to do a video of just going through that entire box and literally pulling out products one by one, letting you know what I think about them, because that's the best way that I can really tell you what products I like and what I don't like, and what I use and what I don't use. Someone's asked what's my go-to hairstyle for when my hair's curly. Style actually today I haven't done before. I've never done a half up, half down with my curls. I think it's just about long enough now where it kind of looks cute. I'm really liking this at the moment, so I might do this hairstyle more often. For a while, my go-to style was literally a slick back bun, which is so bad for your hair. Girl, if you're watching this and you have a slick back bun in your hair, take it out. But now I would say my go-to style is honestly just a ponytail, but like a curly ponytail. So I have these little bits out at the front because if I slick these back too much, they won't curl. The curl pattern, like you see this one, the curl pattern isn't as curly as like these ones, because it's been slicked back that much that they've just kind of lost the pattern. So I'm trying to keep the fringe out. I'm trying to let it, you know, get healthy again and like curl up again. So I keep these out and I just shove the rest into a ponytail, but I loosen it so there's no tension on the rest of my head. This is all loose. And then I'll like maybe take little bits out for like, you know, face framing bits, but That's mainly my go-to style. It's really easy. It just takes me a couple minutes. Someone said, what's my least favourite curly hair product? So I'm trying to think if there's a product that I used and I absolutely hated. I honestly don't think there is. Oh, this is going to be a controversial one because it was one of the first products that I got when I started my curly hair journey. And it was the Shea Moisture Leave-In Black Castor Oil Conditioner. And it was great for like moisturising my hair and making my hair feel good. Like, it did its job. It was just the smell. I cannot with the smell of it. Like, to me, it smells like cigarettes. I don't know, like kind of old, like an old man who smokes. That's kind of what it smelled like to me. So yeah, that's probably my least favourite, and I wouldn't really go back to it again. Oh, this is an interesting question. Someone's asked why I chopped my hair off instead of just letting it grow out. Oh my god, what a decision that was. Honestly, I genuinely don't think I would have if it wasn't for TikTok. I know this might sound silly, but I think the amount of attention that was on my hair, like those initial hair videos I did with like the curly hair tutorial on my dead ass blonde hair, like why I did that I don't know, but like from that video and then the follow-up ones after, I think in about a week the combined total was like 25 million views. It was insane. I think I just felt all of that pressure from like absolutely everyone else. Like, the entire of TikTok is telling me to cut my hair off, so it's like, do I have a choice? I don't know. So that's why I did it. I knew that I had to, but it was like I just needed the push to like get the confidence to go and cut it. And I knew like having all of those people behind me that were like pushing me to do this and supporting me to cut it really helped. I think I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for TikTok, honestly. I don't think that hair stood a chance, honestly. I don't think there was anything I could have done to it that would have regained the curl. I think it was dead. Like, it was 6 feet under, babe. There was no reviving that. But it is funny. It's funny the relationship you have with your hair. For a lot of people, cutting your hair off is like such a huge thing, you know, like people that shave their head, or like America's Top Model where they just chop it off and like they're sobbing. For me to have wanted like long, like waist length hair since I was like 11 years old and had been trying to grow it all of that time, clearly unsuccessfully, to then chop it off, it just seemed so insane to me. I was like, why would I do that? I want long hair, why would I cut it off? But honestly, it was the best thing I ever did. Like, the hair that I have now is the length, or longer actually, than when I first cut it. I think it was genuinely the best thing I ever did, chopping it off. Like, my hair wouldn't be this healthy, I wouldn't have this confidence, I wouldn't have this. Like, the way my life changed, insane. If you're watching this is your sign to do the big chop. The 2 years is gonna go by anyway, so why not focus those 2 years on getting your hair healthy again and getting it to like where you want it to be? Because in 2 years time you'll have the hair of your dreams, rather in 2 years time wishing that you had the hair of your dreams. There's no better time to start than the present. I just wanted to quickly say like what you can expect for this channel, because obviously it's my first video back and you guys are probably like, what are you doing here? What my plan is obviously to do like get ready with me's and like, you know, chatty videos like this, talking about hair, like some hair tutorials. I'm gonna aim for a weekly video. That's the aim. But I want to do like more vlogs. You know how like Molly May does her vlogs of like her week? Like, I really like to do that. I grew up with my parents, like they had a little camcorder in the 90s. I say that like I wasn't born in 99. But growing up, my parents had a camcorder and they recorded absolutely everything in our lives, like every birthday, every Christmas, every first day, every first whatever it was, and just fun family outings. They would record all of it. I've always loved the idea of just like capturing memories on film. I'm going to a festival this weekend though, and I'm thinking of vlogging it, but I don't know how that'll go. I don't know, babe. We'll see. I might. I'm gonna try. So for when I'm moving into my apartment, they call it like a handover, but the handover date is the 31st of August. So the end of August, early September is when the move-in vlogs will start. Up until then, you're gonna get like little shopping hauls for the home, and then we're gonna do a whole like moving in. We're gonna do a whole packing up this room. Yeah, like a whole moving vlog. It's gonna be so exciting. Maybe some cooking videos actually. Like, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I freaking love to cook. Like, I absolutely love it. Not to toot my own trumpet, I think I'm quite good at it. That's kind of what you can expect, like home vlogs, hair and beauty, the usual. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me and listening to me chat for like an hour. Oh my god, I also haven't said this in the longest time, but like, comment and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you very soon, hopefully.